When COVID started, we effectively lost the ability to interact with our customers, our suppliers, and some of our partners. So when at the time Automechanika had been cancelled, we decided to create this event called Ringmechanika. So it was a way to bring customers to site, bring our partners to site, and talk about latest innovations, latest services, and get together. And we think at Ring it's really important to have those face-to-face interactions. We find that you come up with more ideas, more collective opportunities. So we just think that's really important. So Ringmechanika started now 3 years ago, and this is our third event today, which has been a great success. The 50th anniversary today, yep. So company started in 1974 by a chap called Danny Rivlin. And as we talked about today, I think some of those fundamentals from 50 years ago stay with the business today. Danny started the company by focusing on mechanics, their needs. At the time, mechanics bought all their auto bulbs from a handful of suppliers, but he recognised that there was more that could be done from the supply side. And I think that that inquisitive nature, that desire to find solutions for customers stays with our business today. It's intrinsic to the Ring DNA, and no doubt remains from the foundations of Danny when he started the company 50 years ago. To celebrate, we've had the Ringmechanika event. We've had around 30 customers on site, as well as press and lots of our other supply partners. So we've had a great day, and we've been lucky the weather's held off, and it's been a fantastic day. In terms of lighting technology, we're very well placed being part of the Osram group. So Osram are the #1 global automotive bulb manufacturer in the world. We were acquired by Osram in 2019. So we're very well placed to take advantage of their global facilities and innovations. When we look at the lighting category and how that's developed, obviously one of the biggest changes over the last 10 years, I would say, has been around the quality of performance bulbs. So brighter and whiter traditional lamps. But actually now, as we move into the next phase, we're talking more about LED retrofits. So we know that from a traditional bulb perspective, we expect the aftermarket to decline roughly by between 5 and 6% every year, as more new cars now are made with fitted LED homologated lamps, and all vehicles that have been scrapped typically are traditional halogen fitment. So as we see the market gradually decline, our intention is to take more market share. In terms of the technology, I think the next big thing that we will see is LED retrofit, and it's already available in the UK. It's actually not road legal in the UK. Well, in England, but in Ireland now it has been made legal. So in lots of European countries, LED retrofits are now legal, and in places like Germany, Italy and Spain, those technologies have been used on the road. In England, we haven't caught up with that regulation yet, and it's something that we're working with the UK government on. But for sure, one of the biggest changes in the UK market over the next 5 to 10 years, I think, will be the legalisation of LED retrofit, which will give end users an option to have an LED effect in a traditional fitment. Headlight glare is a huge topic, and we know that from a UK perspective at the moment, there's been a government review into the causes of headlight glare commissioned, and I'd like to think that we've played our part in that investigation being raised. We've done lots of PR, lots of awareness around the causes of glare. Now, for us, the two causes of glare that I think we can contribute to the review of is around bulb quality in the traditional sense, so halogen bulbs, and also LEDR regulation. So the strong position we're in with Osram is that Osram have driven LED legalisation across lots of countries. So they've done this before, they know how it works. So they're now, Osram are supporting us heavily in the UK with our review with the UK government. The other significant cause of glare is bulb quality. And what we see in our testing of bulbs in our facilities in Leeds, but also our global facilities through Osram, is that lots of bulbs, traditional halogen bulbs available in the UK market, are outside of Reg 37. Now, Reg 37 looks at, part of what Reg 37 looks at is beam pattern, but also it looks at photometry, so whether the bulb is too bright or too dim. And we see lots of bulbs in the UK market that are outside of Reg 37, which is a big concern. So one of the topics that we'll really be supporting the UK government with in their review that's about to start is looking at how we can get better, how we can regulate more effectively bulbs that are not within Reg 37. And we think that's really important. It's a really tough topic because from a mechanics perspective, They can't test Reg 37 at the moment as part of the MOT, whereas other countries do that. But we know that lots of mechanics don't maybe have the equipment or the time or the experience, and actually they're not required to do it currently. So for us, that's a really big topic. How do we get better? How do we regulate that risk for end users more effectively? So the way that we're supporting garages with our services, something we've invested heavily in are our workshop solutions vans. So we've now got 5 vans that are driving around the country every day, visiting end users to demonstrate product to them, to help them understand why they need those products, how those products work, but actually what the value is to the end user of those products. Now, from a product perspective, what we're trying to do with the Ring brand particularly is we're trying to create solutions for mechanics that are affordable but great quality. And if we look at, say, the battery care category as an example, we have a number of competitors who are market leaders, and there's no question about that. They've been in the category for a long time, fantastic product, super expensive. And we know that through speaking to garages and technicians, that often they can't afford that equipment. So when they have vehicles into garage, they aren't maintaining batteries for diagnostic work. They can't recharge batteries. They're not testing batteries as a service. What we've tried to do at Ring, we've developed a battery care range, which is great quality, but fantastic value. So it's affordable, so that garages can buy that equipment and then it can actually start to provide those services to end users, but also during diagnostic work, importantly, make sure they're maintaining their batteries so they don't get erroneous outcomes. I think for sure we're seeing, EV is a big topic, isn't it? And we see that EV is growing. For us, we launched our EV range around 2 years ago, and being open, that's really started to move quickly for us now. It was a little bit slow to start, and I think speaking to many garage customers over the last year, I think lots of garages are sort of probably a little bit cautious of EV and stepping into that market. Lots of people are busy enough without entering into EV. But I also think the alternative fuels, hydrogen, synthetic fuels, we'll see more of those kind of technologies coming through. Whilst EV is great, I think from an infrastructure perspective, we've got some catching up to do compared to countries like China, where they're obviously much quicker than we are to adopt that kind of technology.